They already chased us out from our hotel, and they kept us here that we should wait. They collected all our passports. Look at them. They collected all our passports. If the Nigerian government is doing anything, please, we beg them, let them be fast so we can go out of this mess here in China. It's too difficult here, man.
Here on Nebo TV, we present today's news. My name is Agbaje Onome. We won't allow maltreatment of Nigerians, Gbajabiamila tells Chinese convoy. Following the reports maltreatment of some Nigerians living in China, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has demanded an end to the inhuman treatment of Nigerians living in the Asian country. He said this when the leadership of the House met with the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Zhou Pingjin, on Friday. Gbajabiamila asked the Chinese convoy to look into viral media reports and videos from Benin showing Nigerians being forced out of their houses and hostels. The videos further detailed how Nigerians were rounded up and their passports seized by the Chinese police. Gbajabiamila told the ambassador, according to a release on Friday, that there should be an official explanation for treating Nigerians in such a manner. The meeting was also attended by the minority leader, Ndudi Elumelu, and the deputy minority leader, Tobi Okechukwu. The viral video on Wednesday and Thursday showed some Nigerians in China being forced into another 14-day quarantine after the initial 14 days they spent for same purpose over COVID-19 pandemic. Gbajabiamila said if the diplomatic relationship between our two countries are for the mutual benefit of our citizens, then there must be respect for our citizens, and we should not compromise it. As a government, we will not allow Chinese or other nationals be maltreated, just as we will not allow Nigerians to be maltreated in other countries. The way you treat your citizens, we expect that's how you treat our citizens and others. We will not tolerate our citizen breaking your laws, but the crime of one citizen cannot be used to stigmatize the whole country. It appears that was what happened in this case. You cannot use one push to smell the whole wall. Whatever the reason is, it cannot be used and taken out on the entire Nigerian community in China. The ambassador Pingjin said he had not been officially informed of the details of the incident, but that he would take it up with the government. He said, "We take our relationship with Nigeria very seriously. Until we receive a full report back home, I cannot act. But I can assure you it is not a policy issue. We treat everyone equally, but during the implementation of the COVID-19 measures in China, it is possible for some incidents. All I do is to take it back home." The speaker gave the Chinese envoy till Tuesday to get back to the legislature, adding that he hoped the Chinese medical team that arrived in Nigeria on Wednesday were quarantined. Moving further, the Oba of Benin, Ewise II, has compared the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic to the Black Death, regarded as the most devastating pandemic recorded in human history. The monarch said the only difference between the Black Death and COVID-19 was that while the former did not spread across all parts of the world, the latter did. The Black Death, which took place in the 14th century, was said to have originated in Asia, spreading to Europe through the Mediterranean basin and killing between 75 and 125 million people in Europe, Asia, and North America. It reportedly took 200 years for Europe population to recover to its previous level, while some regions did not recover until the 19th century. Speaking in a statement, AY II asked the people of Edo State to apply precautionary measures and comply with the government's guidelines to prevent the COVID-19 spread. According to the statement, the monarch, who is the chairman of Edo State Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs, said this during a recent visit to the government house to assess the government's response to COVID-19. He said the coronavirus is even more than what they used to call the Black Death in Europe in those days, just that it wasn't global, but the COVID-19 is global and not limited to any region. Although we have our government both at the state and federal levels trying to allay our fears over the pandemic, it's really very dreadful. You have to be very cautious, be scared of this virus. If schools and businesses are being closed in Nigeria and institutions are shutting down in the United States, United Kingdom, and other developed countries of the world, if Nigeria is banning travel from European countries that is used to be our supposed greener pasture, where our people used to run to for better lives, then this is a very serious matter, he added. Moving further for today's news, the federal government may extend lockdown as cases rise to 305. There are strong indications that the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, may extend the lockdown in Lagos, Ogun, and Federal Capital Territory. This came after the chairman of the Presidential Task Force and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustapha, spoke at the Friday's edition of the committee's daily media briefing. The PTF had earlier in the day met with the president at the Aso Rock Villa. Buhari had on the 29th March ordered the lockdown for an initial period of 14 days to tackle the spread of coronavirus pandemic. As of that day, Nigeria had 111 COVID-19 cases with 1 death. According to the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, the cases were recorded in 11 states and the FCT, Federal Capital Territory. But as of Friday night, coronavirus cases had increased to 305 in the country after the fresh 17 cases were recorded in the country. The states where the fresh cases were recorded were Lagos, 8 cases, Katsina, 3 cases, FCT, 2 cases, Niger, 1 case, Kaduna, 1 case, Anambra, 1 case, and Ondo, 1 case. While 58 patients had been discharged, 7 had died as of Friday night. The new cases also brought the number of states affected to 18, excluding the FCT. Lagos, FCT, Osun had the highest number of cases at 163, 56, and 20 collectively. Edo had 12, Oyo had 11, Akwa Ibom had 5, Bauchi had 5, Ogun had 7, Kaduna had 6, and Katsina had 4. Enugu, Ekiti, Rivers, Kwara, Delta, and Ondo had 2 cases each. Benue, Niger, and Anambra had 1 case each. Speaking of the media briefing, Mustapha said the PTF, a small committee of us this afternoon, had the privilege of further briefing Mr. President on the assessment of our response to COVID-19, and at the appropriate moment, we will continue to adequately inform Nigerians of the permanent decision. The decision on whether to extend the lockdown or not is exclusively the decision of responsibility of the President, as is to prove him with first-hand information that would inform that decision. Thank you very much. This is all on Nebo TV today's news. Don't forget, follow government instructions, stay safe, the pandemic is real. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. My name remains Agbaji Onome. Good night.